I spent a couple of years in San Antonio, Lisa. I've covered stories including flooding along that river, and you just know that unfortunately it was a holiday weekend with so many families there.
So many people there. Yeah, I've got friends here that send their daughter to Camp Mystic every year, and they had just come back the week before, so obviously it's hit really close to home for them. Today here back at home, not nearly as hot. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be a good 7 to about 10 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. We hit a high of 100. It was a record-tying high. Today cooler, better chance of afternoon storms. In fact, we're seeing a few this morning. We'll take a look at that coming up. Even cooler tomorrow. Temperatures are going to back down into the 80s both Friday and Saturday. Here's a look at satellite and radar, and we had quite a bit of cloud cover roll in over the metro area this morning, and a few little cells that have been hitting spots like the airport where we had some gustier winds. Even have a few showers rolling through the metro area and downtown as we speak this morning. So you'll see that off and on through the early morning hours. Better chance though for some severe weather here this afternoon. So it's going to be a marginal risk. Really, it's going to be wind. Wind will be one of the bigger issues with some of these cells. Potentially again seeing a few microbursts, some gusts up to about 70 miles per hour, and some larger hail out east. Fire danger high over parts of western Colorado. As you get there across the western slope, we've got a red flag warning in effect as the winds kick up a touch, and we've got some pretty hot and dry weather there. So again, a red flag warning going into effect at noon today. Take a look at Futurecast, and again, early this morning, it is incredibly mild. In fact, it is warm out there. We're in the 70s and 80s right now. We'll see those numbers drop a few degrees, and then we'll get into the upper 80s with a mostly sunny sky by about 12 o'clock. Enough moisture in the air and enough of that daytime afternoon heat that it's going to fire up some of those thunderstorms here between about 1 and 2 o'clock. That's when we'll start to see a few storms, and most of that thunderstorm activity for us here along the I-25 corridor is going to be earlier in the day, and then by tonight that'll all shift off to the east, dropping into the upper 70s by about 7 o'clock, so a little more comfortable this evening as we get closer to sunset. 50s and 60s tomorrow morning. It isn't going to be nearly as warm as what we're seeing right now. We'll see those temperatures drop overnight as those skies clear out. Another round of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. That's at right around about 3:30 to about 4 o'clock. So expecting to see another round of potentially some severe weather, gustier winds, and some pockets of heavy rain it looks like for us here on Friday night. Again, you can see how much cooler it is from 92 today down into the low to mid 80s Friday and Saturday. Looking ahead to the weekend, if you've got any afternoon outdoor plans, Saturday is going to be the cooler but also the stormier of the 2 days. It's going to warm back up and it's going to be hot, dry, back in the 90s, Jason, on Sunday.